Have you been priced out of homes in Noe Valley or Bernal Heights and you're looking for a true single family home alternative? This property I'm about to show you is going to change everything. It's a condo, but it truly lives like a single family home with a private garage, sweeping views, much like the ones right behind me, outdoor spaces, and it's under 1.5 million. My name is Valerie Fry. My team and I have sold more homes in San Francisco last year than any other teams. If you're looking for some insider intel or info on where to live in San Francisco, come back here every Monday at 5. We'll have new videos dropping for you. And stick to the end because I'm also going to talk about neighborhoods and what it's like to live here and what you get. But for now, let's go inside and take a look. All right, here we are. This is a 3-level property. There's a lot to go through. I'm going to come back to this level at the end. Let's start in the main level. Let's take a look at the property. Okay, we're at the main level here. We're gonna start in the living room. Standalone property. There's no one above you, no one below you. It's a really great floor plan, about 1,400 square feet of space, really well laid out. So you have upstairs a bedroom level, which I love. You don't always get a bedroom level on the top level until you start getting into higher price points. So this is a fabulous floor plan. You have this beautiful living room. Now, this building was built in 1973. It was a complete gut reno that was done in 2015. So everywhere you look, you have beautiful finishes. You have white oak flooring throughout this level. Nice fixtures throughout as well. Recessed lighting, custom lighting. The unit has been freshly painted in its entirety, so it's very much move-in ready. You also have this wood-burning fireplace here. Now, quick tip for my buyers, when I show them homes with wood-burning fireplaces, I always say, assume it's decorative, even if it looks like it's working. In San Francisco, it's common for agents and sellers not to do chimney inspections. So just a little tip, if you see a wood-burning fireplace, always do your own inspections before you use it because you never know. As you can see, there's also built-in speakers and custom lighting throughout. Really beautiful unit. And I would say the star of this entire unit is really the views. So you have an outdoor space here. There's not just one balcony, there's actually 2, and I'll show you more upstairs when we get there. But from here, you have a little outdoor space where you can have a planter, you can step out, enjoy the fresh air, get some really gorgeous views out here. Let's keep going with the unit. Another thing I love about it, I'm gonna show you the bathroom at the end. It's amazing when you have an entertainment level like this to have a bathroom on the actual entertainment level because you don't want your guests going up and downstairs unnecessarily. So really, really amazing floor plan here. You'll also see that there's some division between the kitchen and the living room. As we've seen with new construction, things that were built recently, there's these open dining, open living room spaces. Personally, I think we as a society are moving a little beyond that and into a little more separation. So this unit really offers you the best of both worlds. You have incredible flow from your living and dining room into the kitchen. You still get a little separation, a little privacy, so you really end up not giving anything up. Let's take a look at these finishes. You have these Berkeley Mills cabinet faces. Really gorgeous cabinetry here. This is done beautifully. You can tell that the owner did this work for themselves. These soft closed cabinets are so easy to use and feel luxurious. You also have really nice high-end appliances. This is a Thermador range. You also have cabinetry over the refrigerator, which is always a good sign of a higher-end, fancier kitchen. This is a Sub-Zero fridge. Really good amount of cabinet space. This is a little bit of a tighter kitchen, normal for the square footage, a little bit smaller for a single family home, but this is not a single family home. In any case, they've done a really fantastic job trying to maximize the amount of storage. And you also have a dishwasher, I would say a little on the smaller side for kitchens, but it's still better to have one than not to have one at all. This is a Miele brand, very much in theme with the more higher end appliances throughout, and a little mini seating area, which if you have a guest or if there's 2 of you, it's nice to have a seating space. And then lastly, you can also see there is floor heating underneath the tile in the kitchen. Again, really a good sign that this was done for the people that lived here, not really a reno for sale. Is area that I see radiant heat under the tile in spaces at these price points. So that's kind of cool. Let's move on to the back area. So in theme with the unit, it's really good storage. Again, all pointing to more of a single family home than a condo in terms of livability. You have this storage on this end, and then you also have another little closet on the right here. So really good closet size. Having this on your main level is super helpful. You also have a window in the back. The nice thing about this unit is that there's no one behind you either. A lot of condo buildings in San Francisco feel a little claustrophobic because there's people above you, underneath you, behind you, whereas here you very much feel like a standalone property. Okay, let's walk into the bathroom. It's a little hot in here. The heat is on, so we know it's working, but it's a really good size bathroom for a secondary bath. This is all I can expect for a condo of this size. You have a Rumbo sink, very nice cabinetry of a floating vanity here, and then waterworks. It's funny, we put in this rod for staging, but there's also a built-in rod, so you have really tall curtains if you need them. Overall, really beautiful, very functional bathroom, again with radiant heat underneath. Now let's go upstairs to the bedroom level, because if you thought the views down here were good, upstairs is gonna blow you away. We are on the bedroom level, the very top level of the unit. We're gonna start with the guest bedroom here. One thing you'll notice up here is that there's more carpet than downstairs. Not uncommon for bedroom levels to have carpet. These are actually quite nice and clean. Maybe they're new, I can't quite tell, but they're in very good condition. One really good thing about having no one underneath you is that if you hate carpet, and there are some buyers that do, you can remove these and put hardwood floors, because the reason why there's rules around carpet for condos is that they want to be very cautious about units below you. But here, there's no one below you, so there's nothing to worry about. It's a really good sized bedroom. We fit a queen size bed here. You could probably fit a little bit bigger if you don't need too much space for side tables. Nice speakers throughout, really good light. Downstairs is south facing, so you're really getting good light all over the space. In here you have a walk-in closet. Again, not an expectation or a guarantee for condos at this price range. So you're really getting a lot for your money here. And then of course you have another balcony. The balconies don't end here. There's more to come and even bigger views, but this is not bad at all. You still have views from the front and the back, bay views, city views, you get mountains, you get a little bit of everything, and also really good privacy. The properties that are behind you are still far away enough where you don't feel like anyone's just staring into your bedroom. So I love that. Let's keep going to the other side of the upper level. Here you have your bathroom, and then I'll quickly show you another little closet. There's a bunch of these little guys throughout the entire unit. It's really well thought out in terms of just how much storage there is in the unit. Here's your second bath. So you have one bathroom for the 2 bedrooms below and one bathroom for the entertainment level. I think it's probably the best you can do in terms of floor plan. You have a tall shower in here. I'm 5'4", I'm not very tall, but this can fit a very tall person. So everything is built in, everything's easy to use. If you get in there, there's actually a little bit of storage in there as well. Again, you have radiant heat in the tile floor underneath here, a nice countertop space in the kitchen, and a little bit of a skylight. We didn't have that obviously downstairs. So another benefit of being a standalone condo is that you get to have skylights on the top level. Let's keep going to the primary. This is an amazing room. Really spacious here. You can definitely fit a king size bed, and we have, along with bedside tables. You can have an armoire here. You can have a desk here if you want to work. There's a lot you can do with this space. Again, really good window usage throughout the entire unit and natural light. This unit also has good closet space. So you have a walk-in in that one, and here you have side-by-side closets. So tons and tons of room for clothing, for storing things, and of course you have a built-in closet as well. So it's very much move-in ready. And the most important thing, views. You have more incredible views on this side as well. So it's really hard to find a corner in this house that doesn't have views, which is amazing. So I'm about to show you the garage level and the backyards. Another reason what makes this unit so special is that there is not just balconies and views, there's actually functional outdoor space, which adds a little bit to the single family home allure to this property. Okay, we're right back where we started on the main level. You've probably noticed that we walked about 2 flights of stairs. That's one of the things about living in a vertical unit, is that there's a little bit more stairs. Now, if you are looking for a property and you don't want stairs, but you want something similar, contact us at the info below. We can help you cater a search that's more suitable for your needs. But let's take a look at the garage. So this is a decent sized garage. You can definitely fit a full-size car, maybe not the biggest car in the world, but definitely a mid-size SUV. I have a BMW X3 and I think it would comfortably fit here. There's actually more storage in the back of the unit, so I'll show you that in a little bit. So you don't actually have to have storage here if you don't need it, but you definitely could. They did a good job adding storage at the top here as well, so you can utilize the space as much as possible. It's also nice that it's a finished space, of epoxy to the floor, painted the walls, so it feels really nice and fresh in here. And it's not just one parking, it's two. There's a drive, I'll show you in the front, but there's space in the driveway where you can actually park your car and you're not blocking the sidewalk. So you get to park two cars essentially here for the price of one. Let's take a look at the laundry. The laundry's in the back of the unit. There's a little bit more storage. I feel like I've said storage like 5 times in this video, maybe 10, but it just goes without saying that this unit has amazing amount of storage, which if anybody's watching not from San Francisco, you'll tell me to get over it. But as somebody who lives here and sells homes here, I'm telling you, storage becomes your favorite word, especially when it comes to condos. Okay, here is the laundry room. So it's a pretty massive space. It's not a living space per se. We've staged it as an office because you can make whatever you want this space to be. But you have side-by-side laundry with room up here to put cleaning supplies, to put whatever you want. And then you have all this space here to do whatever you want. This can be storage, or it can be an office, or it can be a gym. You can easily have a treadmill here or a Peloton bike. Good ceiling height, good airflow from doors. There's a lot of room to play with here, which I never get to say for condos, which is pretty special. Definitely saving some of the best for last is the outdoor space. So come out here and you have your private backyard. It's a really charming size. Obviously you can have seating areas. You can have this be a dining space. You can have this do whatever you want, but it's a really good space. I mean, I think one of the things that people that are looking for homes and have to buy condos for price points, they're often sacrificing on outdoor space. And that's one thing you're certainly not doing here, is sacrificing on outdoor space. You get so much. Now we're talking about this unit like it's a single home alternative, because it is, but it's still very much a condo. And so you'll see if you go back here that you are part of a complex. You're one of 51 units here on this little hillside, and you have these common walkways on the back. So you have these sort of private areas where you can walk the grounds and maybe walk your dog right outside your backyard. The condo here, the HOAs are fairly low. They're about $500 a month, which is, what I'm seeing in San Francisco, especially for units of this size, is anywhere between $500 to $1,000. It's what's common for buildings like this. It can even go a little bit higher. So I think even on the HOA front, it's a pretty good price. Oh, and the fees also include earthquake insurance, which is pretty hard to find in San Francisco. And this complex was designed by Beverly Willis, so it has this modern look and feel throughout. But if you want to feel like you're in your own little space, you just come back into your backyard and you can have your own private space. That is the unit. Let's get in the car and drive down to the main hub in Glen Park. We're going to talk about pricing, weather, neighborhood, what it's like to live here, and some more. Let's go. All right, let's head down to the main hub. So we've talked a lot about the unit, all of its benefits. You're probably thinking to yourself, what's the catch? And there is a little bit of a catch. As you can tell, we're in the car. We're in the car because you don't have a whole lot of walkability from this location on Everson in Glen Park. Obviously, the neighborhoods that we're comparing this home to, like Noe, Bernal, they have some hubs like 24th Street and Cortlandt that have homes surrounding it that are really, really easy to get to. Glen Park has the same thing, but this unit up here is a little bit on the hillier side. So that contributes to the price being less than what you would pay for those units. So you are giving up on some walkability. We're only about a 4-minute drive from the main hub in Glen and about a 14-minute walk. But to be frank, it's a hillier terrain, as you can see. So you'd have to brave a little bit of a steeper walk to get there. Now, I know you're hearing me talk a lot about Noe and Bernal and Glen Park because that is the location where we are right now in the most immediate neighborhoods. But if you are looking to learn more about other neighborhoods, check out our website. It's jam-packed with information on pricing, neighborhood insights, all this data that is really hard to find anywhere else. So go check that out. Speaking of pricing, let's touch base on that. We actually sold the home next door to the one we just toured in the fall of last year for a little bit under 1.5. So we can all sort of expect for this home to sell for a similar price point. But if you were looking for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo in Noe Valley around a similar price point, you can expect those to sell closer to 1.73. So that's about a 200K delta in prices. Now, if you were looking for a single family home, which this home feels like right in between the two, a single family home in Glen Park averages around $2 million. So that's a 500K delta between this property and a single family home. So it's interesting that you can get something that feels like a single family home, but certainly is not, with all of the benefits for a fraction of the price. So really it makes the unit a very special opportunity for someone that's willing to not have a single family home and give up on some walkability. So there's some room there. But if walkability is your number one thing, let's say it's very important for you to want to be a block away from a coffee shop or a grocery store or a bar or a restaurant, then this location may not be the exact right for you. But if that's not you, this could be an incredible deal. Okay, it's hard to tell in the car a little bit, but let's talk a little bit about weather. So there's a handful of neighborhoods in San Francisco that are kind of tier 1 when it comes to weather. And as part of those neighborhoods, you have Noe, Bernal, Potrero, Mission. Glen Park is also on that list. It's not at the very top of the list of the best when it comes to weather, but it's certainly in a group with those. So you're right at the edge. If you go any further west, like toward Miraloma Park or Diamond Heights, you'll start hitting some pretty serious fog, maybe some wind as well. Glen Park is right at the edge where you still get amazing weather, maybe a little bit of fog here and there, especially on the hillier ends, but you don't have to sacrifice on that either, which is another amazing thing because, as you know, in San Francisco, you pay a premium for weather and walkability, so you're at least not giving up on both. Okay, we just arrived at the corner of Chenery and Diamond, where we're going to take a look at this corridor, what this neighborhood has to offer, and all of the best amenities of living here. Let's go check it out. And when you're tired of being at that hilltop location of that property where it's serene and quiet and beautiful, you're only, like I said, 4 minutes away from this hub where you can have a little bit of everything. You have Glen Park Cafe right behind us. On that side, you have a hardware store, you have a liquor store, you have a coffee shop. There's a little bit of everything. You don't have a ton of options, but you certainly will be satisfied with what you have available to you in such a small distance. There's also a yoga wellness studio, which every good neighborhood has to have. On the left, you also have Canyon Market. It's a very popular market, loved by the people of this neighborhood. If I'm ever around here, I always pop over, grab some food, grab some groceries. You have a lot of little shops around here. This is kind of more of a villagey feel. This is what I love about Glen Park, is that you actually get to know your neighbors. It's not that big of a location. You have about maybe 2 or 3 blocks, maybe 4, full of commercial corridor, but outside of that, it's more residential than not, which is more akin to Noe Valley, which is why it's kind of like a sister neighborhood. Now, coming up on the left, you also have a BART station. This is what makes this location very, very unique, is that most of the residential neighborhoods around here, they have some access to transportation, some buses, maybe some muni lines, but they don't have BART. And so if you live here, you're not only a few minutes away from commercial corridor and a BART station and green spaces, you can get to pretty much anywhere you need to. Now, speaking of green spaces, you really can't tell from here because there's so much hustle and bustle and restaurants and things, but you're actually only a few minutes away from so many green spaces. You have Glen Canyon Park, which is 70 acres of just open land that you can hike and have an amazing time outdoors. You have a lot of playgrounds as well. You have George Christopher Playground, tennis courts, you have Walter Haas Park, you have Diamond Heights Parks. And that's what makes this neighborhood so special. It's whether you want to grab some coffee or some groceries or go to the park or take BART and go deeper into San Francisco, you can access all of this within just a few minutes of the property I just showed you. And it's under 1.5 million, which is so hard to find in these areas. So all of that makes this a very unique opportunity for a buyer. Now, if you want to take an even deeper deep dive in what it's like to live in this neighborhood, check out this next video. And if you want to learn more about what it's like to sell or buy with our team, reach out to us in all the ways below. We are happy to help.